Hello dear students, welcome to Bajira IAS Academy interview guidance program. So in this particular lecture we will be discussing about a very important topic. So this topic is continuously in news, so therefore there may be chances that UPSC may ask this question in your interview as well as for your mains examination also. This question is very important because India in next year about to launch Gaganyaan or either the end of this year or next year, early next year, India likely to launch Gaganyaan mission. So therefore if you look at the 2023 general studies paper 3, so they have asked about the Chandrayaan mission, right? So they asked about this Chandrayaan mission. So therefore in this context it is highly likely that the government the UPSC will ask Gaganyaan mission in this 2024 mains examination, and not just for mains examination, even for prelims and your for interview. This exam is this Gaganyaan mission is very important. So therefore you have to listen to this. Okay, so this Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. Okay, so this is a public sector undertaking that usually conduct space tests and launch satellites, and it also involved in several interplanetary missions, right? So interplanetary missions. So when I say interplanetary missions, for example, ISRO has launched Mars Orbiter mission. So ISRO has been planning mission Shukrayaan. So ISRO had also launched Aditya L1, right? So Aditya L1 for the study of sun's outer atmosphere. So similar to this, ISRO had also launched Chandrayaan 1, 2 and 3. So therefore in this context we will understand why Gaganyaan mission is in news, because recently ISRO had successfully demonstrated test vehicle demonstration mission. So this is also called as TVD1. Okay, so test vehicle demonstration 1 mission, right? So this is this is part of a series of missions that ISRO has been undertaking to test the technology for sending humans into the space. Okay, so as of now India have not sent any humans into the space. So therefore India has been aspiring to send humans into the space. However, earlier with the help of Soviet Union we have sent Rakesh Sharma into the space. So therefore India wanted to send Vyomanauts on its own into the space. For this purpose India has been conducting several series of tests, and this test is called as test vehicle demonstration 1 mission. So this is actually the first uncrewed developmental flight of mission Gaganyaan. So Gaganyaan is a human space flight mission of ISRO, right? So in this context we will understand what is a Gaganyaan. So Gaganyaan is India's first human space mission. So this essentially means that India wanted to send first Indian into space through this Gaganyaan mission, right? So the mission is developed by Indian Space Research Organization. Now what is the objective of this Gaganyaan mission? Okay, so please also remember the objective of Gaganyaan mission as well. So this is wanted to send humans into the space, particularly the low earth orbit, because we are just demonstrating our technology to send humans into the space. So therefore in this context it will be sending humans into the space, particularly the low earth orbit. Okay, so particularly low earth orbit, so that essentially 400 kilometers, and Indians who sent into space through this Gaganyaan mission will spend around 3 days in the low earth orbit and bring them safely back to the earth. So this is actually the overall mission objective of the Gaganyaan mission. So the timeline is by 2025 India will send the humans into space through this Gaganyaan mission, right? Now because ISRO has been spearheading number of tests as part of the Gaganyaan mission, because this is very crucial. Sending humans into space requires a sophisticated technology. So therefore in this context ISRO has been trying to acquire that sophisticated technology, and it has also been conducting multiple tests to ensure that all the crew sent into the low earth orbit through this Gaganyaan mission will be safe, right? So ISRO can also successfully bring them back after sending them to the space. So we should talk about the components of the Gaganyaan mission. So what are the basic components? So this Gaganyaan mission will include the crew module, Okay, so there's a crew module. For example, in this image, so you can see this is a crew module. Okay, so this is the first image that you are seeing here is a crew module, and second there's a service module. So this is the service module, and which together will form a orbital module. So in the sense that, so two of this, the crew module as well as the service module, together forms one orbital module, right? So when we talk about this particular crew module, that is number one. So crew module is actually the habitable space of the habitable space of astronauts, right? So it provides Earth-like environment in space for the crew, and it designed for re-entry to ensure safety of the crew. Okay, so it essentially means that this crew module will return into the space, and it also provides Earth-like environment in space for the crew. Okay, so while ensuring the safety during descent till touchdown. So after that, if it touches down, it looks similar to this. Okay, so this crew module, after successfully completing this Gaganyaan mission, so if it starts descending and fall in the ocean, so this crew module will look similar to this, and it will be further recovered by the Indian Navy. Now when we talk about the service module, so this is the service module. So this service module is actually the unpressurized structure, so that will be used for providing necessary support to the crew module. So it provides necessary support for the crew module while it is in orbit, in the low Earth orbit. Okay, so these are the major components, so that are part of the Gaganyaan mission, right? So through infographics we try to understand this in a more comprehensive manner. Now the first image that you are seeing here is crew module, right? So that we have already talked about. So what is a crew module? So this provides Earth-like environment for all the crew in this particular module. So after that there's a service module, and this service module is generally used for conducting important operations by these crew. So essentially the crew module plus service module will form the orbital module. Okay, so this is orbital module. So in this crew module, essentially there will be 3 astronauts, and they will be in space at especially the low Earth orbit, right? So this crew module is actually the habitat of the astronauts, and service module does on orbit servicing. Okay, so it is important for doing important servicing with respect to the crew module and other mission objectives. So it will be launched through the human rated launch vehicle, that is GSLV Mark III so it is derived from GSLV Mark III, and this Gaganyaan mission will be performed through human rated launch vehicle. This is one of the heaviest launch vehicles. Okay, so the launch vehicle is Mark III, so that is also called as LVM-3. So LVM-3 in the sense that it is launch vehicle Mark III. So this launch vehicle Mark III is one of the heaviest of all the launch vehicles that ISRO have. So other features of this Gaganyaan include that ISRO signed an agreement with the Glowcosmos. Okay, so Glowcosmos, this is actually the Russia's space agency, right? So Russia's, I think it is a private space agency maybe. So it signed an agreement to select and train Indian astronauts. Since it is first time for India, so what India has been doing, India has been taking the help of friendly countries and like-minded countries like Russia, France and US, so that India could successfully complete its Gaganyaan mission. So similar to earlier agreement that India signed, ISRO signed with Russia, US has also offered to provide advanced training to the astronauts selected for the Gaganyaan mission. Okay, so US had also come forward in providing advanced training to the astronauts who will be sent to the low Earth orbit through this Gaganyaan mission. Okay, so after that, in the second phase of this mission, okay, so as I have already told you that this mission includes a series of tests or demonstrations that will be conducted by the ISRO until it ensures that this mission will be completely safe. Okay, so in the second phase of this mission, so it will involve the launch of Vyomamitra. Okay, so on the right side of the image you can see it is a robot, a female faced robot. Okay, so this is called as a female faced female spacefaring half humanoid robot. Okay, so a female spacefaring half humanoid robot, and its name is Vyomomitra, right? So in the second phase of this particular Gaganyaan mission, what ISRO will do? ISRO will involve launch of Vyomomitra. So therefore that will function as a prototype for the Gaganyaan missions. So once in order to test the safety features of this Gaganyaan mission, so what ISRO will do, it will send Vyomomitra into the space. So therefore ensuring that everything is safe to send astronauts or send crew members into the space. So for this particular purpose, astronaut training facility is also established in Bengaluru. So this particular facility will treat number of aspiring astronauts who will be sent into the space. Now if you understand the key data facts with respect to this, if India succeeds in this Gaganyaan mission, India will become only the fourth country to send human into the space after Soviet Union, US and China. Okay, so first Soviet Union sent humans into the space, followed by US and China. So if India is successful in this particular Gaganyaan mission, then India will become the fourth country, right? India will become the fourth country to successfully send humans into the space. Okay, so that would be a huge milestone. Now in this context, we will understand the basic difference between LVM-3 launch vehicle Mark 3 as well as human rated launch vehicle. So this H means human rated. Okay, so this essentially means that human rated launch vehicle 3 Mark 3. Okay, so if you talk about LVM-3 is one of the heaviest rockets of ISRO. So far ISRO had. So this is generally used for heavy communication satellites. So because communication satellites require launch vehicles with a higher capacity. So after that, earlier this was called as geosynchronous launch vehicle Mark 3. Okay, so this was called as GSLV Mark 3. Okay, so this LVM-3 consists of 3 stages. Okay, so first stages involves solid, and second stage involve liquid, and third stage involve the cryogenic upper stage. So this is also called as cryogenic upper stage. So in this cryogenic upper stage, what generally happens, these rockets use the fuels at a very low temperature. That is a cryogenic upper stage. So this human rated launch vehicle M3, so in this particular aspect, all systems in LVM-3 launch vehicle are reconfigured to meet the human rating requirements and christened into human rated LVM-3. So this is nothing but just making LVM-3 suitable to the human beings, and that can be called as HLVM-3. Right, so this is all, and after that it consists of a crew escape system as well. So this crew escape system would be powered by a set of quick acting high burn rate solid motors, which ensure that crew module along with the crew is taken to a safe distance in case of any emergency. So we cannot expect that it is completely safe. So if anything happens to the mission, if mission fails, then we need to successfully rescue all the astronauts who are sending through this Gaganyaan mission. So therefore it consists of a crew escape system, and that would be powered by a set of quick acting high burn rate solid motors. So that ensures the safety of crew. Okay, so crew would be taken to a safe distance from this particular a launch vehicle in case of any emergency. So far, what major achievements of the ISRO and what are the plans of ISRO going ahead? Okay, so for example, ISRO had already conducted integrated airdrop tests. Okay, so this is also called as IATD. So recently ISRO had also successfully demonstrated this test vehicle mission. So this was also called as TVD1I, right? So this was also conducted by ISRO, and after that the pad abort test, unmanned flight, and then ISRO finally conduct the manned flight. So the overall objective of conducting these tests would be by 2025. So this is the stages that involves in launch of Chandrayaan 3 mission. Okay, next we need to talk about these things in a very detailed manner. So firstly, the integrated airdrop test. So this integrated airdrop test involves dropping a simulated crew module from an aircraft. And once it is dropped from an aircraft, here you can see here, so once it is dropped dropped from the aircraft, parachutes will slow down its descent and land safely in the sea. So this is the objective of conducting integrated airdrop tests. So the tests also verify the performance of the flotation system. Okay, so how this particular crew module is floating on the sea will also be tested on this particular demonstration. And after that, the test vehicle missions, right? So next is TV-D1. So we also learned to know that ISRO had successfully conducted this test vehicle missions. So this involves launching a single stage liquid propulsion rocket. So this is actually equipped with the crew module and a crew escape system as well. So recently ISRO successfully conducted this T1D1 technology, right? So this involves crew module as well as crew escape systems, right? So the next stage would be pad abort test. So this pad abort test actually means that a test of a launch escape system. For example, imagine while launching this Gaganyaan mission, so if anything goes wrong, then what happens? This crew module would be quickly separated. Okay, so this crew module would be quickly separated and it is just thrown away from the spacecraft. Okay, so in case of any emergency on the launch pad, so therefore by this we can ensure the safety of the the existing crew. So after that, the uncrewed mission. So first of all, ISRO would conduct an uncrewed mission through Vyomamitra, sending Vyomamitra through this particular unmanned mission. So its purpose is actually the technology demonstration, ensuring safety, reliability, verification, and it will also study the performance systems before the crewed flight, so the actual crewed flight. And final stage of this particular Gaganyaan mission is manned space mission or manned flight mission. So it carries human crew members who operates in control and performs various different tasks. Okay, so these steps or these different experiments have to be conducted before conducting a full-fledged Gaganyaan mission. Now in this context, we will briefly try and understand. We have already discussed about this test vehicle abort mission, T1D1, crew module and crew escape system as well, right? So it actually consists of crew and it will provide earth-like environment in the crew. And crew escape system, it essentially means that in case any damage happens to the rocket while launching it, the crew will have to be taken away from the rocket and they will be saved. So that is the objective of crew escape system. And crew module, so it will take the crew into the space which is under the development and being tested as well. So recently ISRO had successfully conducted this T1D1 test, TV-D1 test as well. Okay, so this is actually the abort demonstration of crew escape system. Okay, crew escape system. Right, so it is actually uses or features single stage rocket, and that is powered by the liquid propellants for this particular mission. So we will also briefly understand the benefits of undertaking the Gaganyaan mission. Okay, the government of India has been or ISRO has been undertaking Gaganyaan mission. So what are the objectives? Why the ISRO has been taking up this Gaganyaan mission? So it has a set of objectives. First and foremost, so ISRO has been making a rapid progress with respect to the space. So that is being evident from the fact that recently Chandrayaan 3 had successfully landed on the southern pole of moon. Okay, so therefore it will be making a sustained and affordable human robotic program that will help us explore the solar system and beyond that, and that could have important applications for the human race and India in specific. And after that, ISRO has been continuously testing the technology, right? So ISRO having this advanced technology capability, particularly for undertaking this human space explorations, sample return missions and scientific exploration, will definitely help ISRO over a period of time further achieving the further sophisticated techniques and technologies. And we should also talk about the future capabilities of ISRO. Okay, so this could actively collaborate in global space station development and to carry out scientific experiments in the interest of the nation. Okay, so it will also ink a lot of beneficial partnerships. Okay, so a broad framework under wider academia industry partnership, so that will help us taking up developmental activities, and they can be used for the national development in the longer term. So it will also create a lot of job opportunities. Okay, so ample scope for the employment generation and human resources development as well in the R&D activities. And apart from that, it will give a lot of hope for the private sector, whether indigenous private sector or the FDIs, and it will also significantly strengthens the goodwill that ISRO has generated throughout the world, and it will help us attract more and more contracts with respect to launch of these vehicles. So therefore we expect that ISRO would successfully conduct the Gaganyaan test, and India will become the 4th country to launch or send humans into the space. Okay, so that's all in this lecture, and thank you.